You've been told a pretty big lie about learning. It's a lie that stops most of us before we even start. But what if I told you that the real secret to picking up any new skill isn't about years and years of practice, but just 20 hours? Yeah, let's break that down.
So, let me ask you something. If you wanted to learn to play the ukulele, or, I don't know, a new language, maybe even how to code, how long do you really think it would take to get good? What's the number that pops into your head? For most people, it's this one.
10,000 hours. We've all heard it, right? It's everywhere. It's supposed to be the magic number for mastery. But think about what that means. 10,000 hours is basically a full-time job for 5 years. It's such an intimidating number. But I'm here to tell you something really important.
That's right. For what you and I want to do, which, let's be honest, is usually to just learn a new skill and be pretty good at it, that 10,000 hour number is a complete and total lie. It is one of the most persistent myths out there. So where did this crazy number even come from? To really get why it's so wrong for most of us, we have to go back to the original source and see how the whole message got so twisted.
Okay, so the 10,000 hour rule, it actually started with some serious academic research by a professor named K. Anders Ericsson. He was studying what it takes to get to expert level performance. And the key phrase here is expert level. Just look at who he was actually studying.
His research was focused exclusively on people at the absolute tippy top of their incredibly competitive fields. We're talking about world-class violinists, pro athletes, chess grandmasters. He wanted to know what it takes to be one of the best in the world, not how long it takes for a regular person like you or me to pick up a new hobby.
So how on earth did a study on elite experts turn into this universal rule that scares millions of people away from even trying something new? Well, it basically happened through a giant, society-wide game of telephone.
And here's pretty much how it went down. First, the professor published his super specific findings about experts. Then, Malcolm Gladwell's amazing book Outliers took that 10,000 hour idea and brought it to the masses. But as the idea went viral, all the important details, all the nuance, it just got lost. The message warped from, it takes 10,000 hours to become a world-class expert, to, it takes 10,000 hours to learn anything. So let's just be crystal clear about this. The science says it takes 10,000 hours to get to the absolute peak of a competitive field, the top of the mountain. The myth takes that same insane standard and applies it to just learning something new. You're not trying to become the next Magnus Carlsen, you just want to learn how to play a decent game of chess with your friends. These are two completely different goals. Alright, so if 10,000 hours is the wrong number, then what's the right one? Well, the answer is way more encouraging, and it's all about understanding how we actually learn. It's all about the learning curve.
Think about it. When you first start anything new, you're clumsy, right? You're slow. It takes forever to do even simple things. But look what happens with just a little bit of practice. The time it takes you to do that task drops dramatically. The very beginning of practice is where you're the most inefficient. Now let's just flip that chart and look at it from another angle, your actual skill level. This is that famous learning curve. When you start, well, let's face it, you're grossly incompetent, and you know it. But with just a little bit of focused practice, your skill level shoots up really, really fast. The biggest, most noticeable gains happen right at the start. So how long does it actually take to go from, I have no idea what I'm doing, to, hey, I'm actually pretty good at this? Well, the research points to about 20 hours. 20 hours of focused, deliberate practice. That's it. It's enough to get you over that initial hump and become surprisingly good.
And let's break down what 20 hours actually looks like. It's not this huge, impossible mountain. It's totally doable. It comes out to about 45 minutes a day for a month, even if you skip a few days here and there. Come on, anybody can find 45 minutes a day to invest in something they actually care about learning.
But look, it's not just about mindlessly putting in the time, it's about practicing smart. So here is the exact 4-step blueprint to make sure those 20 hours really count.
Here it is. It's a simple 4-step formula. 1. Deconstruct the skill. 2. Learn just enough to self-correct. 3. Remove your practice barriers. And 4. Practice for at least 20 hours. Let's quickly break down what each of those actually means.
Okay, first you deconstruct the skill. You break it down into the smallest possible pieces, and then you practice the most important ones first. Second, learn just enough so you can tell when you're making a mistake. The goal here isn't to become an expert by reading 20 books. That's just procrastination. Get just enough info to know when you mess up and how to fix it. Third, remove the barriers to practice.
That means turn off the TV, put your phone in another room, whatever it takes to eliminate the distractions that keep you from just starting. And finally, and this is so important, pre-commit to practicing for the full 20 hours. That commitment is what's going to push you through that initial phase where you just feel stupid and you really want to quit.
So we have the number, 20 hours, and we have the method. But there's one last critical piece to this whole puzzle. Because the biggest thing holding most people back from learning something new, it isn't intellectual. It's not about being smart enough or having enough time.
And this quote from Josh Kaufman, the guy who really championed this 20-hour rule, it just says it all. The major barrier isn't intellectual, it's emotional. We are scared of feeling stupid. And let's be real, nobody likes to feel stupid. But when you start something new, you are guaranteed to feel stupid for a little while.
So here's the bottom line. The first few hours are the absolute hardest. That's what we call the frustration barrier. It's that point where you feel totally incompetent and the urge to just give up is so strong. But if you can use that 20-hour commitment to just push through that initial wall, you will be amazed at what you find on the other side.
So really, the only thing standing between you and that new skill you want to learn is about 45 minutes a day and the courage to feel a little bit stupid at the start. So, knowing that, my only question for you is, what are you going to learn first?